Hello and welcome to Fuel Focus this week. Sorry I'm a bit late today. Just a few things occurred, and I'm sorry I'm late. But anyway, I'm here now, and let's just get on. And hopefully, if you're watching live or the replay, you're going to find this interesting today. So we're going to talk about social media. Being an author, being a speaker, being a business owner, a coach, whatever your field of expertise is, what industry you're in, nothing will happen unless you're visible. And that is the absolute critical aspect of your success. If you're not visible, then how are people going to know who you are, number one, what your brand's all about, what your service is all about, or a product, or anything about you? They're not. You can't just do a piece of work and then just sit waiting for magic to happen. It doesn't happen like that. You need to create the magic. And magic takes energy. And magic takes time, effort, consistency. Sometimes it takes investment. Well, it's investment of time and energy, but sometimes it takes additional money. You might want to do ads, for example. Or you might need to work with an expert yourself to help you get better at doing it, so you can find a proven track process for yourself. So visibility is key. And I know that because we're highly visible and we get lots of inquiries, and lots of, about 5 people a day minimum connect with me on LinkedIn, because we're out there every single day without fail, sometimes twice a day. But we're visible. So visibility is absolutely key. And I want to say that first and foremost. So if you need to take a mindset shift there to think about, am I visible? How visible am I? Can I be more visible? So it's about what you're prepared to do. So you know me, I'm raw and real, and I'm going to be honest. So you need to be prepared to take action. Without action, nothing happens. You stay the same. And your books won't sell, your business won't grow, and you really won't get those clients. You might get an odd one here and there because you do other smaller things, but you want people to be just coming to you. So for example, yesterday I got a call from a business in Bristol who've got 5 premises. They're launching out, and they got us from Instagram. We don't even focus on Instagram. But we were recommended as a publisher to them. Wow, who'd have thought? And they've got hundreds of thousands of followers. So there you go. You don't know when you're going to become a bit of an influencer or the name on someone's lips. So get visible. Get visible. You have to be visible. Anyway, so I'm still shocked at all of that. But anyway, let's see where it takes us. So let's look at, so social media is by far, along with your website, is by far the biggest access to your ideal client, because social media is global. It's not just your regional area, although you do get groups. There's lots of Epsom groups where I live. I'm sure in your part of the world there'll be lots of local groups, business groups, community groups, all sorts of things. But if you are on a mission to make a difference with your book and your business, you know, then you want that global market. You want people to be finding you. You want people to be knowing who you are, loving your brand, loving all that messaging that you're putting out there on social media through your posts and on your website as part of your SEO to attract the right people to you who are more likely to say yes than say no. So we're focusing on social media because we can do that quite easily. And let's go back to the beginning and let's look at what are the different social media platforms, and what are they for, and why might you use them? And then who are you? Where do you like to hang out? But it actually goes deeper than that, goes beyond that. Where do your clients hang out? Where are those readers hanging out? That's a question you need to be asking. Where are your clients hanging out? So we now know our clients hang out on LinkedIn. We get most inquiries through LinkedIn, and that's where all my connections are. But we do post across all social media because we've got to be visible. But our focus is definitely LinkedIn. And as we get better at it, you know, I now for 2024, I'm going to be focusing on Instagram. It's very visual and books are very visual. What we do is a very visual, there's a very high visibility aspect to it. So you need to know who you are and what you're about. And you can't do it all at once. So let's have a look. I'm sure I've got a few things here for you to look at. They've disappeared as ever. Hold on. Let me find them. I had them a minute ago. Typical. Hold on, let me just open up. Technology, there you go. I thought I was organised and I wasn't as organised as I thought. So here we go. Here it's here. Let me share the page with you. Sorry for that. Here we go. Raw and real here. We're not perfect, and that's what I love. I love not being perfect. So practicing your patience. So it's about choosing the right social media for your business. So we have been looking at who the people are and where they hang out on Facebook. We've chosen Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. We haven't added TikTok, but that might be something we could add to this as well. And let's look at it. So the demographics. So on Facebook, there are 1.3+ billion users aged between 25 and 54, 60% are female. So if your book is looking for female, is targeting females, gosh, get on Facebook. Look at that, 60%. And is the age group between 25 and 54? You want 40-year-olds? Boom, get into Facebook. Find those groups, get your page up, get your own group, get your use your own profile page. I do. A lot of people says, oh, don't use your profile page for business. But hey, when you get 5,000 followers, you're going to use it. But you need to be careful how you use it, but you can use it. Let's look at Twitter or X. Now we need to update this, don't we? X. So X has got 600 million users, not quite as many as Facebook, but it has still 600 million. That's quite a lot. And again, the ages are 18 to 35. That's the average age, but I'm sure every 6 months we need to look at these things because they change year on, you know. And Twitter is very good for media. So you want media attention, you want people who are in the press, you want people who are in magazines, you want the book trade. That's why X or Twitter is absolutely a key place for authors to be on X. Pinterest. Now, I like Pinterest. We did a big burst of it earlier on in the year. It's kind of faded away a little bit. But let me tell you a wee bit about Pinterest. So again, look, you've got 70 million, so not quite as many. Again, similar age to the X, 18 to 35, and 80% female. Boom. Facebook, Pinterest, absolutely a great place for you to think about putting out. But let me tell you about Pinterest and why Pinterest is good. Pinterest is really developed. It's very visual. So like Amazon, it's a very visual place to be. And but it's a great place to drive people to your website. So Pinterest is known for driving people to your website. So give them a bit of bait, hook them and get them over to your website where you've got a lot more. They can find out more about you, buy your book, all sorts of things, work with you, see what you're up to, what's latest, what you're doing, look at your brand, and are you keeping it updated? So Pinterest is that reason. YouTube, 1 billion users, all ages. Wow. Children, my granddaughter's always on there. She's almost 10. And so therefore, if you love doing video, guess what, guys? Get yourself over to YouTube. Get yourself a YouTube account and make sure you're I would say to begin with, You want to use shorts. Shorts are 60 seconds or less videos. And so they're really quick and easy to do. Do a whole series of them on your book. Look at the chapters of the book. What are the themes? Talk a wee bit about it, but just do the shorts. Because look, already I've given you quite a lot to think about. We really only need bite size. You can see there's 3 more areas for you to look at. I'm going over the demographics and giving you a reason why you need to be in these places. But then you can access this asset, and then you can take more time and look at it because it's too overwhelming. So you pick one. So, but you need to know who your readers are and where they're hanging out. So look at YouTube. Wow. So some people like writing, some people like doing video. So if you're a video person, you need to be on YouTube. Absolutely 100%. And don't forget, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, you take all these people over to your YouTube. Everything should be totally linked. It should be linked. You know, your website should link to your social media. Your social media should link to your other social media. If you're posting on Twitter and you've got a video, come and see my latest video. You give a little clip and you take them over. A blog post, you give the first opening line, give the link and get them to go and read your blog on your website. They're going to be curious and have a nosy around. So that's YouTube video. LinkedIn, 600 million users, aged 30 to 49. So LinkedIn, if you're really looking to grow your business, your ideal reader is your ideal client. They are in, and you are writing a business book and you want to attract people in business, then LinkedIn is a must. I love LinkedIn. It took me 5 or 6 years before I even went anywhere near LinkedIn. Even although I set up an account, I didn't know how it worked. I was like, fear stopped me going into LinkedIn. It showed where I was thinking about myself as a business owner. But since being a publisher, wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. So you want to grow your business, you want to attract clients, you want to attract the readers for your book, must know who they are, then LinkedIn is definitely the place to be hanging out. So much free training on there as well. Amazing people that can work with, leverage, collaborate with. It is just a sea of people like yourself who are on a mission to make a difference. They've got something that's great. Instagram, 200 million users. Wow, another mighty one. Ages 18 to 29. It is a bit of a young scene, but if you are interested in educating young people about mindset, about healthy living, about business startups, then you can be there. Or if you are into fashion, celebrity, you can be there. But Instagram has got a huge bookstagram, it's called. It's got a huge book community. So if you're an author, get yourself on Instagram as well. It's very much visual. So visual about your books, what you're doing, put pictures of you on. Look at some of the Instagram sites that have got thousands of followers. Consider, why do the thousands of followers, even millions, but let's go for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers. What is it about them? What are they doing? How consistent are they? What is their imaging like? You know, what kind of things are they saying? And how are they projecting themselves in order to interest people? So Instagram, Pinterest, very visual, YouTube, video. And of course, Instagram's also got the reels, hasn't it? Facebook's got stories and as well. So you can use these shorts all across. TikTok's not on here, but let's talk about TikTok. BookTok is massive. I haven't got the figures in front of me, so I can't remember what it is, but it's millions again. BookTok is great. Just little quirky, fun, little videos. And of course, you can show them across all the other channels. This is one of the things I want you to consider. And this is why it doesn't take you forever. You do one post and you share it across all the channels. And ideally, you should be posting once a day. minimum of 3 times a week. Once a week's not going to cut it, not going to cut it, but once a day. And we'll talk about how you can do that to make it easy, because everything's got to be easy, hasn't it? It's about working smarter, not working harder. And I've learned the hard way. I used to put out so much content, too much content, and gave me a headache, and it never took me anywhere. I just thought I was in a sea of content, instead of having my head above, looking at what was happening. So that can happen as well. So just be specific, and that's why you need a strategy. That's why you need your plan, so you know exactly what you're doing. So that's the demographics. Then we've got purpose, best for, and downside. So the purpose, most of them, Facebook, building relationships, news and articles, conversations on Twitter, scrapbooking, Pinterest, you know, nice imaging, search how to, YouTube, how to attract more clients, how to write a book, how to get your book published, how to grow your business, how to do video, how to take good photo. You can find anything and everything on YouTube. LinkedIn, it's all about your news and your articles. So you can see Twitter and LinkedIn. You can link these two together. Instagram and Facebook are automatically linked together as well. So conversations and networking, massive networking, for sure, on LinkedIn. I'll say a wee bit about that on Facebook as well. And again, Instagram's building relationships and having conversations about something. So it's giving you the purpose. So where do you fit in? What do you like doing? It's best for, so Facebook, building brand loyalty. It's all about you and your brand. Consistency, loyalty. Public relations is Twitter. Lead generation, clothing, art, food, and beauty businesses. It's not exclusive to those, of course, Pinterest, but I look at Pinterest. Books are very visual, and the world's full of readers, and it takes people to my website. So for me, I do quite like Pinterest. It looks nice. And I'm quite a visual person. I like things that look good. YouTube, brand awareness and service industry. So your brand, consistency, consistency, consistency. With all of these, it's consistency. LinkedIn, purpose, search how to, news articles. I think we've done that one. I've done that one. We're actually on best for, sorry, tell if I kept focus. Best for, we've done that as well. Business development, B2B business is on LinkedIn, very business, although it's becoming more business is personal. People write personal things, people write about mental health, all sorts of things like that is creeping now into LinkedIn, because it's vital that as business owners that you look after your well-being and your mental health. Instagram, brand awareness and lead generation. So you use Instagram to lead them to somewhere else, to your maybe you've got a program, buy your book, anything else that you may have, a webinar, anything at all like that. So let's look at what the downside is. So downside, Facebook's got a limited reach, so that's all about algorithms now. And Facebook is really cut back. When I first got on to social media and Facebook, God, my posts went everywhere. No longer happens. So it's about educating yourself and keeping up, and what helps the algorithms to give you a wider reach. Twitter, very short, you're limited in what you can say. You only have a few lines, a few characters. So Twitter's really just for short, sharp, little bite-sized piece of information. Pinterest, images only, very limited and demographic. So it has, as it says, it is quite limited, but if you know why you're using it and that it fits for your purpose, then there's no reason why you can't use it. YouTube, resource intensive. It's all about resources, resources, resources. It's video, video, video. And again, you can take them to your website, because you should always have a script with all your links on it, so people, if they want to, can go and look out for you on other places. LinkedIn, limited interactions. Again, that's all algorithmic as well. Really, on LinkedIn, it's about engaging conversation. And so it's about, you put a post out and you want engaging conversation within the first hour because as time goes by, your post gets less traction and less reach. So that's why you see a lot of pods on LinkedIn. I'm in pods. I want to create my own pod for us. There's a lot of good to come out of them, but you just need to be careful how they are used. But they are something positive. And of course, Instagram's all about imaging. It's visual. So you can see straight away where might you be? What is your book about? Who is your readers? Where are they hanging out? Which of the platforms? What do you like doing? And what are you wanting to do? Do you want people to buy the book? Do you want to develop relationships? And I would say on your journey, that's when you're developing the relationships, because you want to create raving fans and you want to get them to buy the book, to recommend it, to review it. And books, you have to think of your book with longevity. Just because it might have come out in February and this is October, well, nobody wants to buy it now. It came out in February. Change that mindset straight away, please. Books have longevity. Just look at the books that have longevity. Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You've got Napoleon Hill. You've got Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You've got all of these books that have got a 10, 20 years. They're still selling. They're still getting into the top 10 on Amazon. You have to believe that about your book. You've put the work in. It might have taken you 30 years. So why should your not book be as successful as these people like Robert Kiyosaki, for example? The only reason that your book won't be as successful is because they're visible. And as you grow and get more money, you need a team and you need someone who does that constantly for you. But in the beginning, you don't have that. And that's all right. We all start somewhere. I started somewhere, I now have a team. I never thought I would ever have a business and have a team. Oh my goodness. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, and I need to get another 2 people. So 2 more people will be coming to the Book Brilliance publishing team in 2024. But I've got creative partners. So my team actually is the hub with 6 of us, creative partners with at least another 6 to 8 people. So more than 10 people in my team. And then, of course, my authors become ambassadors. Oh, that team is growing every moment. So that I want you to be thinking like that. So social media. I was going to do the next one. Let me see if the next one will give us. Let me just quickly have a look. I think we might have a wee bit of time. This is these are all handouts that you can get. It's just another way of, let me just show you this. It's just saying some of what we said in the previous in the previous one, but it's a little more limited. So these days you can't sell a book without the help of social media. Absolutely. Use social media platforms. So we've got 4 here. And look at it. You've got to be personal and authentic. So we've picked out 4 here. Picked out Facebook, X. I'll need to get that updated. Sorry, Instagram and YouTube. And there's a wee bit more information than what was on the previous one. So this is just more handy hints about which one you would do. So what we'll do is we'll put them up so that you can use these as aid memoirs, prompts, just so why am I meant to be using Facebook? What am I doing in Facebook? And even though it's quite short, I tell you, you will go back to them time and time again to remind yourself, because we're human and we get distracted and we forget and we think, oh, why am I not getting interaction? And you go back and you read what it's saying about Facebook. You think, gosh, I'm not quite doing that. I'm using it like this instead. So these things are there just to remind you, aid memoirs, and just to keep you focused. So there we have it. There's so much more to social media, but today I thought we'd go back to the beginning to understand what the different platforms are for, why you might use them, what is the demographic, who's on there, whether you're, then you can think about where are my readers, where are my clients, and why I should use it, what's the purpose, what do I like doing? Do I like videoing? Okay, so I really need to be on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You know, they might become your main social media platform. But my advice to you is pick one, master it, move on, and get another. Maybe use two so that they can what to interact well. So LinkedIn and Twitter are great together. Facebook and Instagram work together because when you post on one, it automatically posts for you. And we'll talk about automation. But one thing at a time. There you go. There's the phone. And this is Brenda saying, for the next field focus, remember, be brilliant. Much love, and let's get the conversation started.